chain breakers, how are you doing today? I am so excited to be here with you today. So tell me, are you ready to reset your body? My name is Leanne Chiari, and I inspire the busy working mom like you to reignite your purpose with a fierce mindset, unwavering motivation, and total body movement. And we are going to do a series here in May to talk about how to reset, refocus, reboot, and revive. Yeah, revive, not revive. Yes. So again, say hello in the comments. Let me know if you are tuning in live. Say hello, where you're tuning in from. I always love to see where everyone's coming in from. And if you're catching the replay, hashtag replay. So want to know that too, and where you're coming in from. So excited to be here with y'all tonight. So in this series there's four Wednesdays here in May. So 4 full weeks, we are going to talk about reset, refocus, reboot, and revive. So for just to really break it down to this kind of, again, revive ourselves, do the things to help get us back on track. Summer's around the corner. We want to we want to feel good in our skin, right? You don't have to have a perfect body. I don't have a perfect body. I still have a little bit of mom belly, you know what I'm saying? It's not perfect all the time. And, with our stress levels and fluctuations in hormones, like so many things contribute to that fluctuation in our bodies and how we feel, our energy levels. And so I wanted to do a little mini series here on how to just, feel better in your own skin and just have more energy and feel great. Who doesn't want that, right? So this week we are talking about reset, okay? And the way we're going to do this is with IF. And for those of y'all that don't know, IF stands for intermittent fasting. Now, hold on. Don't leave me just yet. You're like, Leanne, I am not going to fast. I am not going without food. Believe me, I don't go without food. Mama eats, okay? But let me tell you a little story on how I got into intermittent fasting. And I've done it for a long time, but I am actually taking breaks from it to switch things up as I have some different goals and stuff. But intermittent fasting is a great way to reset things, okay? And we'll talk about that. Put in the comments if you have ever done intermittent fasting before. I would love to know if you've ever done it. If you want it, if you we're curious about it. Is that something you want to try? Well, I'm going to give you a little snippet of what it's all about. And first, let me tell you a little story my story. A few years ago, I think I've said this before. People are asking, "When are you due, Leanne?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's the baby weight." "Oh, how old's your baby?" "Oh, he's 5." Right? And, there's uncomfortableness. So I was getting a lot of that. And again, it doesn't matter what other people think, but I myself was not happy with the way, my clothes weren't fitting. I wasn't used to that. I was carrying extra weight, not having the energy levels. So I actually started following someone that's like a friend of a friend, like in the company that I'm with. And she did intermittent fasting. And I was like, fasting, I don't know. But she said you could eat every day. So I was like, all right, okay, I can eat every day. Let's try this out, okay? But anyway, in 3 months with intermittent fasting, and I did take a few supplements to help just accelerate the results, I was able to lose 15 pounds in 3 months with intermittent fasting. It was amazing. And what was really great also was not only the weight loss, right? But as a busy mom like y'all, I didn't have to worry about certain meals of the day. And so it actually freed me up. Like, it was actually less stressful. It was really great. So let me tell you about intermittent fasting, okay? All right, let me get my papers here ready. So There's lots of different variations with intermittent fasting, okay? And what intermittent fasting is, it's having a longer time without eating, okay? It's the fasting part, right? And if you think about it, when you go to bed at night and when you wake up in the morning, that's a bit of a fast, right? And then you have breakfast, break your fast. Whose minds are blown right now? Okay, you're breaking your fast in the morning. Yeah, isn't that amazing? So basically with intermittent fasting, we're just extending that time, okay? From the time you stop eating at night, okay, until the next day, that is your fasting time. So your sleep is included, okay? So it's not, we're not going 24 hours here, okay, people? So what is kind of what the standard really, I guess, is 16 hours. So 8 hours of an eating window, 16 hours of a fasting window. So we'll say a fasting window and an eating window, okay? Or feeding window, if we want to stay with the F's, okay? And while initially that can be a little tough, I know it was very hard for me. The first 3 to 5 days were the toughest, but it got easier after that. So let's say let me, and again, 16 is kind of standard, but you can actually start with like a 12-hour fast, okay? Then move it up to 13 hours, 14 hours. You can work your way up, okay? 14 hours though is when really the fat burning actually kind of takes place. So when the real changes really happens at that 14-hour mark. So just there you go. All right. So, okay, Leanne. So the CC, you can eat every single day. So that's great. It's just a shorter window. Okay. And generally in that shorter window, you are going to consume less calories. So it will help with that. But there's no restriction. Okay. There's no restriction in your feeding window. I, of course, would encourage less sugar. And I would also encourage that you break your fast with protein, all right, because that will feed the muscle, okay? It will feed the muscle so that when you are fasting, now, with any kind of diet, you're going to lose some fat and some lean muscle, okay? It just is. But we want to lose more fat and not the lean muscle. So that's why it's really important to try to break that fast with protein, okay? Something somewhat healthy, okay? Not our donuts, not our sugary pastries, okay? So that's kind of that. And as far as the feeding window, break it with a protein and then reduce your sugar intake. I'm not saying you have to cut out anything, but I would reduce your sugar intake. You're going to feel better. Now, initially, after that first time of fasting, as soon as that, if you have a timer or something that goes off and you're just like, gobble, 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 as soon as it's done, you're like eating. And then you're going to feel kind of bad because your stomach has been like restricted. And then it's like, you've consumed all this and you're going to kind of feel bad. And then you may do that for the first couple of days. And it's not ideal, but it happens because our bodies aren't used to it, okay? So now in our fasting window, so what can you have during your fasting window? And by the way, just want to remind y'all, this is for educational purposes only. Always talk to your doctor, healthcare professional for nutritional, guidance or whatever. I mean, this is just some guidance, this is some information, but always talk to your healthcare professional, okay? So what can you have in your fasting window? Okay. Well, water is always a good thing. It's going to help you drink a lot more water because you're going to be like, I'm hungry, but the water is going to help fill that need a little bit. Okay. Water, black coffee, no sugar, no cream. Okay. Now I'll give you some variations on, this would be like the clean fasting version. Okay. Clean fasting. And I will tell you, I was the girl, I'd like a little coffee with my cream. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I drank coffee. And because I wanted to do the clean fasting as opposed to dirty fasting, which I'll explain to you in just a moment, the clean fasting was, I wanted to do that. And so it forced me to have my coffee black. Okay. And because I wanted the coffee because it helped fill me up. Maybe it helped satisfy that need a little bit. And honestly, since I started doing that, I no longer put cream and sugar in my coffee. Like doing that, again, it was a little tough initially, but now that's helped me break the habit of having that cream and sugar. Now I just have my coffee black. So I no longer have those extra calories. Okay. So it was a great, great thing. I didn't like it the first, about 3 days. 3 days. And I'm like, then I honestly was looking forward to it because I was so hungry. Right? Okay. And then unsweetened tea. So no sugar. Okay. Nothing. That's why nothing. Now, that's the clean fasting version. If you want to do dirty fasting, which it gives you a little bit more leeway, I mean, you will see different things if you research it, but it's typically anything under 50 calories. Okay. So this could be like bone broth. Okay. Lemon juice in your water, like 2 tablespoons of almond milk in your coffee, or the MCT oil, for in your coffee or whatever. So that would be like your dirty fasting. And you could do that if you just had to have something in your coffee. Okay. I opted for the clean fasting. So like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it all. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do it right. See if it really works. And obviously it did. So I was excited about it. Okay. So what are some benefits of this intermittent fasting? And, like I said, the name of this session is reset. We are resetting ourselves. And the reason I chose to talk about intermittent fasting for a reset, because in our society, we kind of eat at these same times, really, whether we're hungry or not. We eat at 8, noon, 7, or whatever time y'all eat. We eat our snacks. We eat when we're bored. We eat we eat just to eat. Okay. I even know, even like with drinking, you drink because you're bored or just with your social, it's like you really need to, having this reset, it actually kind of helps you be able to listen to your body more on when you're actually hungry. So it kind of resets, if you will, your hunger hormones. Okay. Because a lot of us don't even know when we're really, truly hungry anymore. We just eat if we're feeling bad or depressed feeling, if we're sad, if we're stressed, if we're bored, and we don't even know when we're hungry anymore. So doing intermittent fasting, it actually helps you listen to your body more on when you're actually really hungry. Now, it takes a little time. I would say a good month. For me, it's about a month of doing it consistently. And I was able to really tell, okay, I'm actually kind of hungry. Okay. And, after I had this pretty significant weight loss, 15 pounds in 3 months. After that, I actually, when I could tell the difference when I was like really hungry, like maybe the night before, I really didn't have a lot of protein. And that morning I was really hungry. I went ahead and ate, I didn't care that I was breaking my fast before 16 hours. Because I was like, no, I'm really hungry. My body needs this. And I felt good. Okay. Now I did intermittent fasting, 5 to 6 days of the week, but there were a couple of days, sometimes more, that I would go ahead and break my fast a little bit earlier because like, no, I'm hungry. I need this. Or yeah, I know I had a light dinner because I wasn't feeling well. So I just didn't eat as much and I'm really hungry now. So it really helps reset your body and helps you listen to those hormones that are inside of us that naturally tell us, it helps them work the way they're supposed to work. Okay. All right. So, other benefits, of course, weight loss, right? Weight loss. So I would love to know, drop your number. If you are on a weight loss journey, how many pounds would you like to lose? Like, I'd love for you to just drop that number. How many pounds would you like to lose? It helps improve your metabolic rate, okay? Because if you've been doing any yo-yo dieting, that messes up your metabolism, okay? Intermittent fasting has actually been linked to longevity of life. Yeah, longevity of life, okay? help, it actually can help. I actually would have more energy fasting. Before I would eat, I had more energy because I didn't have all the food I was eating bogging me down. Okay. And studies have shown it can actually ward off diseases like chronic diseases. So, it's pretty amazing what intermittent fasting can do. Now, it becomes a lifestyle, right? And the thing is, it's not a diet. You adjust it to what your schedule is. You're gonna, you want to stick with intermittent fasting, but hey, you've got, your sister's wedding shower brunch, is this weekend, and you want to enjoy the shower and have the mimosas and, have all the things. Well, break your fast earlier. It's okay. Or stop eating, eat an earlier dinner the night before if you really want to stay strict on that, 16 hours. But again, you don't have to be strict when you have this one occasion coming up every now and then, okay? Or just eat earlier the night before. Stop your feeding window a little bit earlier the night before. And then there you go. So instead of, stop eating at 8 and go until 12 or so. Stop eating at 6. Go to 10. Whenever your shower is, whatever. Okay, so that's what I really love about it, because again, you can work around your lifestyle. Now, remember when I said that I began to really love it too because I was so busy. I no longer had to think about what am I having for breakfast, because I was just going to lunchtime. Okay. So I would go and, I would eat until around noon, 11 or 12, just depending on when I stopped eating the night before. So it's actually kind of fantastic. I just got my black coffee and my water, and that's what I'd have. And then I wouldn't, it was one less decision I had to make, one less time consuming thing I had to think about. So that is always good to fit into our busy lifestyles, right? So I think that is about it. Yeah, that is the main things I want to talk. So doing some intermittent fasting can absolutely reset your body, reset those hunger hormones, and, actually have some health benefits as far as warding off diseases, reducing your caloric intake if that's something that you need to do or have struggled with. And it can actually give you more energy, after when you're in that fasting window. You'd be surprised. You'd be so surprised. You have to do it long enough to feel the benefits. Okay. And like I said, those first 3 to 5 days are the toughest. Okay. So while we're not doing a formal challenge in this group this month, I do challenge you on your own let's do some intermittent fasting for just do it this week until I come back next week. And, we're going to talk about, what are we talking about next week? Oh, refocus. Okay. So drop in the comments if you put IF, if you are going to try this intermittent fasting. And if you have questions, drop them in here. I'll come back, answer them all for you. No worries. I am very passionate about this because it did help me so much, and it helped kickstart my new health journey as a mom. And that's what really helped me just get back on track. And like I said, last couple months, now I've been doing intermittent fasting, it's been 3 years. Again, it's not every day, it's not 7 days, but it's most days. But actually the last 2 months, I've started changing it up a little bit because I felt my body just needed some extra things as I'm doing more strength training and things like that. But I completely believe in it because I did it for so long and it helped. And I really do love it. So who's committing to some intermittent fasting this week? You can start tomorrow. And then let's, go through next week. Tell me how you feel. I'd love to know. So anyway, and join me next week as we are going to be, so today's resetting, and we're going to be doing refocus next week. Okay. It's going to be about mindset. Yes. I love the mindset. It's not sexy, but it's so necessary. Okay. So again, reach out, drop your questions. We'd be happy to answer them. Let me know if you're doing IF, put IF in the comments, And I can't wait to hear how it all goes. Okay. So, first step is always the hardest, but you can do it. All right. And if, again, always talk to a healthcare professional, when you're starting something new. All right. So until next time, rise up, break free, and unlock your best life.